She ignores you in public, but can't stop thinking about you in private. Female psychology art. 1. The paradox of female attention. You've seen it happen. In public, she pretends you don't exist. She keeps her distance, acts cold, or avoids eye contact. To an untrained man, this looks like rejection. But here's the hidden truth. Often, the same woman who ignores you in public is secretly thinking about you nonstop in private. Why? Because her behavior isn't about you, it's about control. Why she ignores you in public, testing your strength. She wants to see if you'll crumble, chase, or lose composure when she acts distant. Most men fail here. They panic and overcompensate. Protecting her image. Many women are cautious in public. They don't want to seem too available, too interested, or too easy. So, she acts cold on the outside while burning with curiosity inside. Craving your attention. Without asking. By ignoring you, she tries to pull you in. She wants you to notice her absence, to wonder why, and to break first. What's happening in her mind in private when the crowd disappears and she's alone? Her mask comes off. That's when the questions creep in. Why didn't he chase me? Why does his silence bother me so much? Why can't I stop replaying him in my head? The very distance she creates in public only intensifies her obsession in private. The Stoic truth: your reaction is the key. If you chase, she wins. If you break, she feels power. But if you remain calm, grounded, and detached, she feels the weight of your absence, and in her private thoughts, you live rent-free. She ignores you in public, but can't stop thinking about you in private. Female Psychology Part 2. The Stoic response that triggers obsession. When she ignores you, most men do exactly what she expects. They chase. They over-explain. They try harder to get her attention, but every time you react this way, you confirm her power. She learns, if I pull away, he'll come running. The power of non-reaction. Stoic man does the opposite. He doesn't flinch, doesn't panic, doesn't chase. Instead, he stays calm, collected, and unbothered. If she looks away, you remain relaxed. If she withholds attention, you don't demand it. If she pretends you don't exist, you act as though you're at peace with yourself. This silence unsettles her, because now she's the one wondering, why isn't he affected? Why isn't he chasing like the others? Why silence works? Silence flips the script. In public, she may ignore you to gain control. But when you respond with calm detachment, her game backfires. Instead of you obsessing over her, she obsesses over you. She replays your stillness in her mind. She feels a strange pull toward the man who refuses to react. The psychology behind it: a woman is drawn to strength, and nothing demonstrates strength more than emotional control. By refusing to chase, you prove you are not dependent on her validation. That independence is magnetic. In public, she may ignore you, but in private, she cannot escape the thought, why does his silence feel louder than my rejection? Part 3. Her private thoughts. When you don't react the moment you refuse to chase, a new game begins inside her head. At first, she convinces herself, he probably didn't notice. But deep down, she knows you did, and when you don't respond, don't react, don't break. That's when the obsession starts. The questions that haunt her alone at night. She replays the scene. Why didn't he try to talk to me? Does he not care about me at all? Is he already interested in someone else? The silence becomes louder than any words. Why this drives her crazy: women are used to attention. They're used to men breaking under pressure. But when a man shows self-control, it disrupts the pattern. Your calmness tells her you're not desperate, you're not seeking her approval. You value yourself more than her games. This is both attractive and terrifying to her because it forces her to see you differently from every other man. The private obsession: in public, she may stay composed. But in private, she's checking your social media. She's asking friends about you. She's secretly hoping you'll reach out. Every time you don't, Her curiosity grows stronger, and that curiosity slowly turns into an obsession. The Stoic. Power. This is the paradox. By ignoring her games, you become the man she can't ignore in her thoughts. By staying calm in public, you become unforgettable in private. Part 4. Turning her obsession into attraction. Now here's the secret most men never understand. When a woman starts obsessing in private, you don't need to do anything extra. Your silence has already planted the seed. Why chasing kills attraction. The moment you chase, you undo all the power you built. She thinks, I had control all along. And just like that, the mystery disappears. But when you remain stoic, calm in your demeanor, consistent in your routine, focused on your purpose, not her validation, she begins to see you as a man of depth, a man who cannot be controlled. How Stoics turn. Ignoring into desire, Stoics never argue for attention. They never beg for recognition. They don't demand respect, they command it through action. Your silence, your focus, your composure. These become the very things she finds irresistible. Because in a world full of men chasing approval, the man who doesn't chase becomes unforgettable. When she finally breaks, eventually, the private obsession becomes too heavy. She'll test the waters, a subtle message, a casual like on your photo, a random excuse to bring up a memory. This isn't coincidence. It's her way of saying, I can't stop thinking about you. And here's the final Stoic truth. You don't rush in. You let her actions speak louder than her words. You engage only when her effort is real. That's how you turn ignoring in public into craving in private. Part 5. The final Stoic lesson. Here's the truth most men never realize. When she ignores you in public, it's not about her, it's about you. Will you react with desperation, or will you respond with discipline? Silence. As strength, silence is not weakness. It's not about running away. It's about showing you are bigger than the games. Because when you don't react, you send the ultimate message. My value doesn't decrease when you withhold your attention. What she secretly learns. Every time you stay calm, she learns. You are not controlled by her emotions. You are not chasing validation. You are a man of purpose and discipline, and that realization forces her to respect you. Respect always comes before true desire. The Stoic man's advantage. A Stoic man doesn't need to prove himself. He doesn't need to win her approval in public. Because he knows, the more he focuses on his path, the more she cannot escape thinking about him in private. The final word, so remember this. If she ignores you in public, let her. Your silence is not emptiness. It's power. Because in the end, the man she ignores in front of everyone is the same man she obsesses over when no one is watching, and that man is you.